Hi, everybody. This is Dr. J coming to you from Long Island, New York, where Henry is depositing a lot of rain, but not the advertised wind, thank God. The stock market also had some rumblings last week, but ended on a solid footing on Friday, with all the indices up and up nicely. I want to talk about Amazon, Tesla, and aemd. I have the charts for all three. And I wanted to talk about them on Friday, but just ran out of time. So I'm doing a little special here on Henry Sunday, where first we'll begin with the smallest of the three, aemd, Aethlon Medical. Tiny little biotechnology company. We had the CEO on not too long ago, talking about his phase 1 or feasibility study for the hemopurifier, a device to remove viruses from the bloodstream. And a recent PR sent it flying to a high of 1249. And that was back here. It's hard to see. Trying to pick up the date, but this having a little trouble seeing it on the bottom. Let's say two months ago. That's about right. And the little PR that sent it flying was that there was success in treating COVID patients using the hemopurifier, albeit only 2 patients, one of whom was extremely ill and got better. The other one who was extremely ill and got a little better, but to no avail. In any event, I expect further PRs regarding their feasibility study. And I think every time you get a PR, you get a pop. So I'm in it for the pop goes the weasel. This has a history of popping, if you look at the chart going way back, but I'm concentrating on the chart since the last pop. I wish I could see that date. I can't. I think it's sometime early June. Okay, so if you notice on the chart, since that pop, it's given back quite a bit. From 12, it's gone down to a double, to a quadruple low, really, in this last 4 days at about 338. So that we seem to be getting a new level of strong support right at the 338 level. And do we have a bullish chart? Yes, 50 is above, the 100 is above the 200, although barely. So yes, it's bullish. The 200 is down here, the 100 is here. Okay. So to that extent, it's bullish. Recently, the price action has been weak. That's why we see the 9-day crossing below the 50. But again, what I like is that it's bottoming out right around this 338 level. And I'm looking for a PR over the next 2.5 weeks, let's say, probably 3, or maybe 3. The shareholder meeting is mid-September. I say we get the PR prior to that. So in the absence of a PR, this will continue to flounder, but I think a lot of people are expecting what I'm expecting, and that should hold the price level steady. And if we don't get the PR come September 15th, I think then might be time to give up on this one. But I think it's definitely worth a play. It's better than throwing the dice at Las Vegas or Atlantic City. So it's better than a dice roll. For one thing, you don't get odds of 4 to 1 on dice, unless you bet exotic bets that, well, I guess you could get odds of 4 to 1 on dice. But my point is, from $3.50, this could easily hit 20. And that's a tremendous move. It's got that kind of potential because there's really no good treatment for sick people with COVID, and there's a desperate need. So on any encouraging note, I think this could be zooming. I read a little PR from a penny stock letter that they're now in South Jersey medical facility, I think Cooper something, I don't remember. But my point is they're in quite a few hospitals now, and I expect a good PR. Call it a little bit more than a gut feeling, but it's what I think worth acting on. Of course, my opinions are strictly my own and do not constitute investment advice for your own due diligence. As always, check with an advisor before acting, and please subscribe to the channel. We need your support. Subscribe, and not only subscribe, but share the link with everyone so that others can view Dr. J's hot stocks, aemd. This is one that I think could provide nice winnings in a short amount of time, 3-4 to 1. Now, I want to look at Tesla. I want to look at Amazon. I want to answer the question today. In the short term, which has got the better chart? Which is better to own? Well, Tesla chart is pretty easy to read at this point. We have a double bottom here at 621. I think that was sometime in July. And since that double bottom, we've been trading high, and actually with a high of 726. And that is actually the upper end of its new trading range. So I'm going to just draw that line in, horizontal line. And good. So let me pull this up a little higher. So the upper end of the trading range is 730. The lower end is 620. That's a nice trading range. Right now, we've gone, I also doing an upward channel that it's been in for a long time. We have gone below that channel, but I don't think it's of too much consequence. 621 will hold, in my opinion, at least for the short term. So even on a downturn, you have protection not too far below where it's trading at. And the chart itself is not bullish because we have the 200 above the 50, above the 100. We want to see the 50 above the 100, above the 200. So it's trying to straighten itself out. I think it will get there. So as far as the fundamentals, we all know Tesla is a car company, but it's really a lot more than that. Artificial intelligence, which is behind the self-driving initiative and behind Elon's humanoid robot that he announced the other day. Elon is too much. He wants this robot to go food shopping first. So I'm all for that, not that I'm against it. But I think we're a ways off from that, Elon. Nevertheless, as a car company, this one intrigues me. I do think they're the leader of the pack, the one to catch, and I don't see anybody catching them just yet. So this one looks like it's okay to buy. But Amazon, after disappointing earnings and forecasts, is now the more interesting chart, having put in a nice bottom at 31.72, and the last few days made very, very nice candles. This chart is very bullish, the 50 above the 100, above the 200. So I'm calling Amazon as a better short-term buy than Tesla for now. This has been Dr. J coming to you on a rainy Sunday, a stormy Sunday. I hope everyone stays dry and stays safe. And that's it for now. Adios, amigos.